Hey, what's up guys? It's Ever with Redux Movement. So wanted to make you a video on some neck stuff today. So obviously necks are getting the short end of the deal with how much texting and computer stuff we're doing. However, because most people are stressed out a lot and they're constantly chest breathing, you're using a lot of small muscles thousands of times a day to lift your chest to get air into your lungs that weren't really designed for that. So you got a lot of neck stuff going on, add in some, weird sleeping positions, and it's no wonder, majority of my clients have some neck problems. So first up, if you've ever had some catastrophic injury from sports, work, car accident, you should probably go see a professional, all right? I'm not just saying that as like some sort of disclaimer. This stuff gets complicated fast. It's not just about getting a massage and getting like some muscle knots out. If your joints aren't working well and you're going to get some nerve problems from that, stuff can compound very quickly, all right? So I'm actually going to show you a quick identifier. If you've never had a bad injury, you might still want to go see someone. I'll show you how to determine that. So first up, simple stretch. Like I always say in my videos, people typically stretch wrong. Their technique's wrong. They don't even know there is a stretching technique. They don't do it long enough, or they don't stretch consistently enough. So the stretch we're going to do, you don't need 8 stretches. Just stick with this one for a minimum 7 days. All right. So first up, what we're going to do is I like to get seated in a position to where I can get one arm in full extension out to the side. If you're at a gym, a bench that you bench press on works, or a plyometric box that has a handhold works. At home, grab a couch, whatever. So we're going to go, this is my left arm out. My shoulder, I'm going to make sure it's not rounded forward like I would be texting. It's going to be back and drop down, so nice and neutral. And I'm going to do a little reach. So there's not much movement. It's just a little reach to make sure I get some tension in that arm. Now the position on my arm, you can obviously rotate internally and externally. I like to have my bicep and the crux of my arm facing forward. And my hand is directly in line with my shoulder and my torso. It's not forward. It could be a little behind, but watch out. If you go too far back, it's going to dump your shoulder forward. Now from here in this position, make sure you're sitting nice and tall. Big belly breath in all the way up in the chest. And we're going to take the hand, add just about a pound or two of pressure, and lean right to the side. All right? So you can break this up into thirds. You can either lead slightly forward, but we spend a lot of our time in a texting forward position, so most likely you won't feel a whole lot there. Directly to the side, you're going to get some tension starting, and then slightly backing up, maybe even rotating away. That's where you're going to feel this the most. In the neck, you'll be surprised. You might feel this deep in the shoulder. You've got muscles that attach all the way down where you wouldn't expect them to be, and then maybe even the bicep or the lateral delt as well. All right, so something else we can play around with, because you have 7 vertebrae in your neck, is most people can just move at 1 or 2 spots, so they kind of default into just moving where they can already move. Think about breaking your neck up into thirds. So my neck is stiff, and I'm going to lean away, and I'm stretching as low as I can in the neck. And then I'm going to relax and lean a little bit more mid-neck, and then finally right up at the top by the ears. So we're making sure we're trying to get as much movement as we can. Now this stretch can be a little extreme. So typically I say stretch for 2 minutes each side, break it up into 30 seconds, and even go back and forth from left to right side if you need to. Try to collect 90 seconds to 2 minutes. After that, we're going to add something in. It's isometric, all right? So I have several certifications from a group called the Functional Range Systems, and this is their way to work in isometrics to teach the body how to use that space and increase your flexibility quicker. So the first thing we're going to do is, after we do the stretch and we're still in a good position, is we're actually going to lightly push our head into our hand as if we're trying to take our head back into our neutral starting position. Don't push too hard. If you feel anything weird, anything uncomfortable, don't ramp up and go 100% into your hand. In fact, you might want to just stop and do the stretches for 7 days before you get to this. So push into the hand about 10%. If it feels safe, go to about 20% of your maximum effort, and then maybe 30. When you reach that maximum effort, whatever it is for you, hold that for about 10 seconds. After you've held it for 10 seconds, relax. See if you can get a little bit more of a stretch. And then here's the weird one. we're actually going to use the opposite muscles and try to actively pull our head away from our hand. Now it shouldn't move because we're at the end of our flexibility. Same stuff. Use the opposite muscles. In this case, it's my right ear. I'm going to try to pull further to my right shoulder using the right side of my neck muscles. So I'm going to ramp up again, 10% effort, just really like 20%, 30%. Then hold for 10 seconds and then relax, even get a little deeper in the stretch and return to the normal position. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, you're going to have side you're stretching. If you feel any pinching or tightness or locking up on the side that you're not stretching, that's a little interesting because in my case, the left side should be stopping the range of motion. If I feel it my right, that could be a joint issue. So that's an indicator that you might need to go see a chiropractor or a physical therapist or a manual therapist to get some work done. Just stretching endlessly isn't going to fix that problem because we're working on this left side, the muscles, all right, and the tissues, the fascia. Over here, you might need to get some work done by a professional, like I said, so watch out for that. So again, consistency is everything. Try to do that consistently for 7 days. Some of you, if you're a developer, you're working 12 days straight at a computer for 12 hours a day, you're on a big project, coding away, you might need to do this multiple times a day, okay? So follow the cues, make sure you set up in a good position, go light at first. It might not feel that bad for 10, 20 seconds, and then that stretch will kick in, all right? So don't crank on your neck. So I'm probably gonna make this a multiple part series and work on some rotational work as well in the next section. So be sure to subscribe and I hope you enjoy it. Do the stretches. Hey guys, so I hope you liked the video and it helps you out a lot. If you could, leave me a like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Again, I'm a small channel, so if you comment with an idea for a video, I will probably see it and just might make you the video. On top of that, if you like this style of training, I have a full hip mobility course. It's 15 videos long, over 2 hours of content, and it's laid out very structured in a progressive manner like an education course. So it's on my website. I'll link it up in the description. It's $29. So if you have 29 bucks and you want better hips, go ahead and grab it. The quicker you get it, the quicker you can start. It's not an overnight thing. It is training, so you got to work at it. So see you guys in the next video and have a good one.